Coast, 21st century Trojans, proud of their past, but focused on the current task at hand. From the Midwest, Buckeyes with indomitable spirit, tired of those critics, inspired by the prospect of new conquests ahead. New leaders at the helm for both teams. What a scene. What a matchup. What a battle it'll be. It's USC and Ohio State on ESPN College Football Prime Time.
Come, let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used, honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And they'll run it here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a three-down back who could do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 55 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does the defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And now the Lions defensive starters.
Kyle Williams never gets the credit he deserves as a defensive tackle, but every offense in the league knows how difficult it is to block him.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense.
Now Blair Walsh for the Viking field goal. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first look is incomplete. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
10 yards still left on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Third down now following the completed pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Lions.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On play action, they'll throw. Deep drop, looking deep downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. And a look at the defense now. Second down following the incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Encroachment. Defense. Automatic first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Red zone opportunity. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
That's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
So 1 quarter down here in Super Bowl 51. 3-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Gun. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Lions have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. You know, for this Vikings team, as they come back out here on offense, I don't know that any group had more of a roller coaster ride than them in the 2016 season. The quarterback change at the beginning, the hot start, and then the cold middle. It was just a tough year for them, wasn't it?
It really was, and when you look at how their season went, you mentioned the roller coaster. A lot of it can come back to the injuries, especially along the offensive line. I think by around October, maybe even early November, I'm surprised you and I didn't get a call to go audition to be a left tackle there because they were just down so many guys. So that made it difficult to run the ball and to protect Sam Bradford, their quarterback, and it reflected in their final record.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense. Still first down.
So a 1st down and 5 for the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. For 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lutz's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, You say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle. Starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. But Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns.
Let's
go.
Hey, from worst to first.
Nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. Sherrills to return it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring 51st Super Bowl from Houston as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. On the biggest stage, both offenses have been able to avoid turnovers. In a close game, though, if there is a turnover in the second half, it may be the thing that's remembered forever. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Vikings opening the game on offense. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 55. They go on to kick a field goal to end the drive. 3rd down from inside the 20. Middle of the field, the pass will be caught, and he'll end up being taken down at the 4. Lions still on the field. It's going to be a run play here. And now they cap off the drive with a score. The Lions go up by 4. Third down from inside the 50. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 38-yard line. Vikings would later kick the field goal. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. The second half of Super Bowl 51 still to come as we rejoin Brandon and Charles in Houston.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Ooh, with a juke. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently. That doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got time. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground.
On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Similar to a slam, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
throw now on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
3 yards remaining here on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver from 6 yards away. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll run it here. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards on the ground. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. 1 quarter remains. It's Super Bowl 51. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Second down following the run. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
This is a question of who wants it more. Easy to get stuck behind all the big bodies, but you've got to find a space down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
And now it's 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their dangerous wide receiver from 6 yards away. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And not the start that he expected. You look at the numbers, though, he's got back here to his elite level.
And I get the sense that the defense game planned a little bit different than what he expected. You know, he had an idea from watching tape what he should expect. They changed things up on him a little bit and caused that slow start. But the best ones, they take it as a challenge, and they come fighting back. And that's exactly what we saw there.
All right, here we go. Blue lining! Blue lining!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got time in the pocket, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there, 78 yards. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Comes Minnesota, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, Every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, you gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's incomplete. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense.
Come on, let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. They'll get 23 yards there. And it'll be a Minnesota first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Back to throw. Finding time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Back to throw. Backing up. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That's a really fine play there because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And the Vikings defense ready to head back out there now. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a first down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are, to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right? But in fact, the team on offense has to be really careful because they're going to attack like crazy. They've got to cover the football, make sure they don't turn it over, and still find a way to finish off this game despite the extra pressure that's going to come their way.
Do you pack it in for a run here on first down?
I think that you do. That's how you have to play it. But at the same time, you're telling your ball carrier, both arms over the football, body, everything else, because they will do everything possible to try and knock it free.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get out. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.